Today I'm going to discuss the attacks that occurred in New Zealand. Notice I said attacks, plural, because he hit 3 separate locations, 3 separate mosques. He used 2 assault rifles, 2 semi-automatic shotguns, 1 level-action rifle, and an undetonated car bomb. His name was Brenton Tarrant, or however you pronounce his last name. He's still alive. He's 28 years old. He's a white nationalist and an Islamophobe. He killed a total of 50 people. The attack was obviously well planned, and it did break one of the rules. He is unique in one way, is that he hit multiple locations, much like Elliot Rodger, and but managed to kill way more people than Elliot Rodger, almost 10 times as much. However, see, the difference here is that this was not like he's more like, he shares more in with terrorists than with regular school shooters. In fact, he is a terrorist. He, by his own admission, is a terrorist. And contrary to popular belief, he is not a supporter of the U.S. President Donald J. Trump. Well, yes and no, that's a little bit complicated, but he summed it up. He said, do I support Donald Trump as a symbol of renewed white pride and all that stuff? Yes. But does he support him as a policymaker and leader? No. And he made that very clear. That being said, it's just really, really crazy that that people are of course using this to further their own agenda. I mean, people are talking about hate speech laws, gun control laws, and all that stuff. And he had a very interesting background. As I've said in my other videos, these things don't just happen. I mean, these people do not just, whether they have some political motive in mind or just plain misanthropes who hate humanity. They do not happen overnight. It takes years of experience and seeing things, listening to people, and doing that shit. Well, he went to Europe and he got very into it. See, he saw the Muslim immigration in Europe and it made him mad, like all the gang rapes and the terrorist attacks and all that stuff. He claimed it was in retaliation for all of that. And they're also afraid this guy is from Australia, by the way, and he moved to New Zealand. But that being said, people are a little bit reluctant to try him for terrorism, actually, because they're afraid he will, because he could and most likely will use that as a platform to get his message out. And that could he could use that to sort of traumatize the victims' families and all that stuff. And he expects to one day be released after serving an indefinite amount of time in prison, because he likened himself to Nelson Mandela or something like that. And anyway, he considers himself a soldier and things like that. He wore military fatigues when he did his thing, by the way. And anyhow, this whole situation is, not all terrorists wear rags on their heads and have big long beards. No. If you're willing to kill people to further your political cause, then that is terrorism. And but that being said, is people are just doing what they do here in the United States. In New Zealand, they want tougher gun control laws. They want hate speech laws. But the reality is that blood baths are a lot more complex than that. In fact, the worst blood baths are often caused by people that don't have guns. Like 9/11, there was no gun, no one used a gun. That truck attack in Nice, France. Like Manassians attack in Canada. No guns used. And anyway, and not to mention the Oklahoma City bombing. But anyway, this whole situation is like he went to Europe and he got inspired by, the Knights Templar and all that crap. And he clearly viewed himself as a Muslim killing crusader, basically, who would, resuscitate the Reconquista, like with the Moors in Spain. He made several references to mass shooters like that guy in Norway whose name I can't pronounce, Dylan Roof, those sorts of people. And anyway, there will be another video about this guy in the future. I hope you enjoyed this one. But be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.